Why is it so often memories of our past are so sweet? And why is it that likely what we remember is sweeter than what the actual events were? And why do good memories sometimes bring us a kind of sadness, a mellowness, even melancholy? But even so, we still do enjoy yearning for the good old days. So what's going on? Happy memories that make us feel better than when the real event was happening, and seeking happy memories that make us sad? I think there is one spiritual move that will help us figure this out. Stay tuned. The question is, what's going on here with this looking back? Are we dreaming and avoiding reality today? Are we forgetting that if we go back not too far in the past, these memories that we're dredging up, far enough back, people were dying from conditions that today medical science knows how to treat, or that the conception of human and civil rights were different from today's understandings and indeed needed to advance? We might say, yes, that's what happened way back then, and that truly is unfortunate. But still, I remember being young, and when I hear music or see images or think of events from those days, my heart fills. The stress of right now dissipates. And strangely, so too does the stress of long ago disappear. Stress or discomfort that we actually likely were experiencing at the time of that memory. A memory that we now recall as pleasant. I think as a mother looks through a photo album of her children, or if not a photo album, I guess today it's a Google archive of old photos, she sees the kids when they were little, and she probably doesn't think with anger or remember the pain of the sleepless nights, of the diapers, of the disappointments. No, she remembers the little ones who are now grown, and with delight she can see in the big kids traces of when they were little, and she remembers when they were so dependent on her and innocent and gentle and sweet. Think of all the movies that play a soundtrack of the era being depicted, and how good memories, real or imagined from that era, support the action on the screen. For example, think of the movie Stand By Me. It's a coming-of-age story written by Stephen King. It's about some 12-year-old boys who have this bizarre adventure that was said to have taken place on Labor Day weekend, the weekend before the resumption of school back in 1959. The movie played the music from the late 50s and the early 60s to bring us back to that era. Or take Forrest Gump, playing music of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And the progression of the age of the music moved us through the years with Forrest as he grew and faced new challenges. But it's not only Forrest Gump or the kids in Stand By Me whose experience we are seeing. More importantly, and key to why we like the movies, is that they remind us of our own experiences. The music being played is a part of our own lives, as some oldies radio station used to say about yesterday's hit songs. The station is playing the soundtrack of our lives. These stories and plot lines of the movies were fine and maybe engaging and clever. But what made them special was our own memory of the era, triggered by the music being played. And I'm going to guess that for the most part, our memories were good memories and produced that nostalgia, that aching fondness for the past that I'm talking about here. Why do we seem to have the capacity to distill all the good from our past and leave behind all the troubles? Why do we remember the picnic without the ants? Why do we have the power to remember a childhood without the pain of the tears that were no doubt there from time to time? Every one of our memories, if probed and explored for its fullness, would, of course, reveal that not everything was always great in days long ago. Intellectually, we know that, but still we are drawn to relive the past and find it to be a blessing. So here is the key question. What's going on with our emotional memories that accentuate the positive and forget the pain of the past? Is this all fantasy or wishful thinking or something more? Well, let me take a stab at this and offer one explanation that makes sense to me. Here is what I think is happening. This goodness and happiness that we feel from our memories is because we are finding God in those days long past. We are discovering something that is always with us, but the passion of that maybe long ago moment obscured that something. Too caught up in the anxiety, the hurt, the pain, the busyness of the moment, we fail to see what was good, what was true, and what was beautiful in that very moment. The good, the true, and the beautiful. The three transcendentals are who God is. He is the good, He is the true, He is the beautiful, and when we stumble upon one or more of these attributes, we're stumbling upon God. If you are of the age where the music of the 70s draws you into nostalgia, perhaps it is the case that you recollect your teen years growing into the independence of adulthood, how those who were with you wouldn't let you fall flat on your face. Maybe it was parents, siblings, or girlfriend or boyfriend. Living life then might have felt tough, but look at you now. It's the 21st century. Who was holding you close back then? Who loved you notwithstanding the drama of the moment? Maybe that love was from family or friends. Most likely, that is the case for most of us. But underlying their love, those people who supported us, learned how to love by the grace of God. And we learned how to accept love by that very same grace. When we look backward and do so with fondness, we are finding God active in our own histories. We might think a past day or time in our lives was really, really awful, difficult, painful. And yet, here we are alive today and able to tell the story. What got us from then to now is the goodness, the truth, the beauty of God's love that those who helped us came to know and passed on to us. Nostalgia isn't foolish. Nostalgia, the sweet, fond recollection of the past, is seeking and finding God. No wonder the past entices us. Look who was there. No wonder we can be a bit sad from the good memories. Those are memories of the gentle majesty of God. No wonder we can be tempted to be melancholy. I think we are aware of the fact that we maybe are going to make the same mistake all over again. We're going to run the risk of living today without opening our eyes to the beauty. And yes, we can be blind to the goodness and the truth of who is with us now and always has been and always will be. And regretfully, maybe we'll have to wait for another 20 years to see what is in front of us right now. So yes, watch Stand By Me or Forrest Gump or It's a Wonderful Life. That's good too. But the next time you do, ask yourself if you can see God in the memories triggered by those movies. Or even more challenging, how about this? The next time you're at a wake and the family, as they do, has put out pictures of the deceased's life. Rejoice that the person who died was accompanied by God throughout life. The memory of that is sweet. It calls us to an awareness of our own lives to see that same loving presence. Or even, most challenging of all, live today, you and me, this present moment, with an awareness that the one who makes memories sweet is with you right now. In the comments below, Tell me and the others in our community who watch this video what memory or movie or music from the past brings you to prayer. Praying for you, and I will see you the next time. Take care.